Ladies and gentlemen, the world famous, world renowned Canadian King Marlowe.
I'm in the hood.
In all seriousness, this gentleman's name is Marlowe, and I met him through, you all know Jim, and you've probably seen Marlowe's face a couple of times, but you don't know much about him, and we're going to change that right now.
Yes.
So let's start with where the heck are you from, and how did you get down here?
So I am originally from Cape Breton Island, Nova Scotia, New Scotland. It's the eastern, well, it's the most eastern province. Well, I guess I'm lying a little bit. Newfoundland really is in Canada. And on the tip of that island is a place called Cape Breton, which is part of it, but it's distinctly its own. Grew up there. My ancestral line are from mountain men, 4 generations. The last person born on the side of a mountain was my dad. The first one not born on the side of the mountain is me. And I was in a fishing family and joined the Navy at 17.
I was about to, you spoiled it, but I was about to say, so a mountain man naturally joins the Navy.
Yes, well, I was fishing with my 2 brothers at the time, and I was young, and they were older brothers, and Captain Hook and Captain Bly, and I'm like, you know, this is no fun. Oh, excuse me, it's Jim.
Well, let's take this call then. This is very important.
Jim, what's going on? I would have went to Blight with you.
Oh, you would have. Well, you weren't there.
I know.
You weren't there.
I was out buying a gas can.
Yeah. Oh my God, you didn't have to.
Well, no, I got it for
No, you could've
$8.
just- Well, that's okay. That's okay. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So I'm here at Blight at the store,
Yeah.
and I got you some avocados. Is there anything else you want?
No, that should be just fine, sir. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, how many do you want, by the way?
I'll take 10.
This is Rob.
Oh, okay, well, I'll go.
Hey, Jim, this is Rob.
What?
I'll take 2. I love avocados.
You'll take a couple? Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll go pick up a couple more then. That's not a problem.
All right, we're just sitting here. We're
Sounds
doing an
good.
interview.
I'm doing an interview for my Marlowe for my channel, and you're in it because I said it's Jim calling. Just let's answer it and let's keep the film rolling.
There you go. Make you famous.
Okay, is there anything else that you want?
No, I think I'm good, Jim. Thanks.
All right, we'll talk to you guys a little bit later then.
Okay,
Take care.
see you soon.
All right, thanks, bye.
Bye.
So Jim's bringing us some avocados.
Avocados.
From California.
California avocados. So, back to my story.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, fishing with my brothers at the time. I was a kid. I was irresponsible. I was doing bad things. So, joined the Navy as a marine engineer, stoker, and worked my way up through that organization over many years to chief engineer of HMCS Protector. Sit in the big chair and steam away. And I did that up until 2002. A little part of my story was in Gulf War in '91, and I broke my neck and back in an accident. Engineering accident, but it wasn't really detected till later on in my life. So they paid for me to go back to school to do a master's degree, and I relocated to Victoria, British Columbia with my family because there were ships out there they needed engineers on. And when I got out to the West Coast, I'm like, damn, this is a nice little place. And I made it home and raised my family there. And yeah, so I went back to school, became back a civilian, and I ran the environmental program for the maintenance facility in Victoria for another bunch of years, and got my 35 years in and did a bunch of other things that I won't get into too much, but had my fingers into everything. But that was it. I was like work, work, work. I was teaching at the college, doing things in Ottawa for veterans, and had a full-time job, and my health wasn't the best. And the doctor said, Marlowe, all the money and prestige is no good if you're dead. And that kind of made sense to me at the time. So I jagged it all in, and my wife and I parted ways, friendly. She just didn't want to do this lifestyle, and I bought a RV. In the first few years, I still had a house in Victoria, but then I sold the house back in, I think, 2015, 2016, something like that. Or, we moved on and got an RV and doing it ever since. And I heard about this place. It was like legendary. People talk, there's RVs everywhere in the desert. You can get anything you want. And, if it's not in your imagination, it's hard to picture it.
Right.
Because I was doing like Florida and different things. And, I was a newbie at it, so to speak. And then I rolled through Quartzsite just doing a hiking tour through the central deserts. And I'm like, damn, I think I found it. And then I fell in love with it. And
When was that?
that would have been probably 2020, 2019, thereabouts. Yeah. So
And then I know you met Jim
Yeah.
the same year I met Jim, you
Yeah.
met him New Year's Eve, right? At the yacht club, and
the
then
yacht
I
club.
met him 10 days later.
Yeah, we were
Here.
just got a ticket, went up at New Year's, and he was there, and another Canadian friend that we made. We ended up sitting together, and we've been friends ever since. And that's how I'm here in your little camp right now, because you've become a friend, and this is my quartzsite crew.
But you spend most of your time in a really interesting place,
Yeah.
Holtzville.
Holtzville,
it's
California.
an LTVA in California.
That's right.
About 40 minutes west of Yuma.
That's right, yeah.
On Interstate 8.
That's right. It's got a natural hot spring there, and it's maintained by some of the Canadians that go there. And it's the permit that I use here in Quartzsite works there in California as well, and they have BLM land. And it's a really eclectic crowd of people that come and go. I lovingly call it the swamp, right?
Right.
It's and you meet interesting people, and I go there twice a day, and I really enjoy it down there because I have a motorbike. I can go into El Centro, the local town, and do my gym thing and get what I need. So yeah, it works good for me. And the Quartzsite, I still like coming here. Had a little engineering problem. I blew my onboard generator, and Jim fixed me up with a new Jenny right over there.
Yeah, that one.
It's an outdoor one, but it works great. And I pull my other one out of the unit today. Not a good story. Catastrophic failure. Connecting rods bunched up in the back of the crankcase, and it's not repairable. So, boo-hoo. You know what? What I've learned, I'll share with your audiences.
Sure, let's
You
hear
know
it.
what? If you can live in gratitude and acceptance on a daily basis, it doesn't matter what happens, because you know what? Bad things happen. It's called life. You know, you get good, you get bad, but when you start at least to understand to the point where you don't have to let those bad things define your happiness, it sucks. Let's face it. It ain't fun. But you know what? I had a pretty good day dealing with it all. Friends are helping me out. We'll make the best of it. Life's good, and I'll move on. So.
And you're getting avocados.
And I'm getting avocados. And I just got a gas can for $8. And I got Shira, you know, I'm not Hindu, but hey,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
for $15, solid copper, Shira. I'm like, yeah, we'll put her out. Why not?
Well,
So that's my story.
when you were talking about being down in Holtzville, that's near the Mexican border. Yuma is too. And
Yeah.
what my favorite story you ever told me is taking your bike down on the border, just riding right along that fence, and you found out pretty quick.
Yeah.
You ain't supposed to do that.
Yeah, I said, I'm just a Canadian checking it out. And they just smiled and waved to me. But I wasn't there like 5 minutes in the middle of nowhere, and they were there.
And Border Patrol.
Border
showed
Patrol
up.
was there, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, they have an issue with it. Obviously, everybody kind of knows that in America. And we're basically, where I'm at down there is only, I think it's about an hour and a half south or west of, I think it's called Wolf something, where all the immigrants were coming across. So it was pretty close to where I was at.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, you know, I've been down here for a bit, so I kind of lost track. I don't really watch TV that much. So while I'm here, I drink coffee, hang out with cool friends, and
Yeah, I try not to. The news just aggravates me.
oh
so
yeah,
I don't watch
It's a bit
it
of a drain,
much.
right? You like to keep in touch, but you know, I tune into the night sky down here, and it's the best sunsets, sunrises, bar none. Traveled all. I was in the Navy, right around the globe, both coasts, Pacific and the Atlantic. Most of my life on the water, seeing places, and I got to hit the best sunsets in the world. We're in a valley of mountain ranges that are all just. Every night sunset is different. It's just beautiful.
You know, I do have a question that I think I know the answer to. Like, I could be a lawyer. I'm not going to ask a question I don't know the answer to. But you mentioned before you hit this lifestyle, you had health problems. Your doctor
Yeah.
was worried.
Yeah.
Has it gotten better since you've become a
You know
RV
what?
nomad?
Rob, you should have a channel. You're really good at asking good questions. Yes. In fact, I was taking medications because I broke my neck and back. I had a cervical spine fusion. And I'll share with your audience, I also had cancer in 2015, so I had kidney cancer, so they honked a kidney out of me. That was a whole another year and two of going through all that. So, you know, I was getting a knock on the door, start living life. I didn't really need to work anymore, so those really motivated me. And I take one medication occasion, no narcotics. I just did a medical when I was up in Victoria, and my doctor said to them, this is a true story, he said, for your age, I just turned 60, so I said, pull up for the last 10 years my blood chemistry and let's have a look at it. And progressively, everything has gotten better. My cholesterol has gotten lower. And he said, your muscle mass has increased. He said, that's just phenomenal. He said, whatever you're doing, to just keep doing it. And you know what? Meditation, a little bit of healthy eating, right? A little bit of exercise. It's not rocket science.
Mhm.
It really isn't rocket science. And that's all I do. And I keep a positive attitude. And you know what? But I learned the hardest thing above all is I had to teach myself how to be happy. I didn't know how to be happy. I thought being successful, taking care of my family, all those things, it did make me feel good, but it wasn't happiness. Happiness comes from in here. You connect your heart and your mind together on a daily basis. Yeah, I tend to meet people and have interesting experiences every day, and that's, you know what?
You know,
It's a beautiful thing.
what's a good testament to that is yesterday, you have a fairly new
Yeah.
RV here,
Yeah.
so that generator is only a couple
Yeah.
onboard owning generator, just a couple
7
years
years.
old,
Yeah.
and you don't seem that upset to me.
No, I'm not.
See, that's beautiful,
Yeah, I'm
man.
not. It's just a thing, right?
Yeah.
And I got power. In fact, I got a generator, and Jim's ran me extension cord because enough solar power on his rig to run half a quartzite. So I'm plugged in like I'm home. I don't even have to run the Jenny I got. So yeah, it's great. No, it's just a thing. Well, it'll figure itself out one way or the other. Right? I'm truly blessed to be in the situation I am in my life, traveling and enjoying the lifestyle that I have. It's a true blessing, and I give gratitude and thanks every day. I say, Clayco, Clayco. I'm not a religious man, but I'm a spiritual person, and I've learned how to connect more to the universe, which is what we're all connected to. We're all part of it. We're not outside of it. We're not in control of it. You hear all those cool sayings from the 60s, go with the flow.
Yeah.
Exactly. Go with the flow.
Well, I'm certainly glad you're part of my universe.
Yeah, Rob,
All right.
same.
All right, thanks a lot. So, thanks for joining me again. Another video adventure in the desert in Quartzsite, Arizona, La Posa South. I'll see you in the next video.